All right, ladies. Question for you. Will you freeze your eggs? Now, the reason why I brought this up is simply because I was looking at some information on egg freezing. And I was getting into some statistics about it. And it was quite shocking because the average woman that wants to freeze her eggs is around 35, 36 years old. But the statistics that are positive, the age of the woman that they're talking about that have positive results, for one, is only 10%, and for two, those women are 25 years old. So the average woman that goes into this is 36, but the average that they're telling you about, the average success rate, is the women who are 25 and younger. And this is really interesting, is because, Kevin Samuels talked about the birth rate. And I was already talking about the birth rate, but he talked about it when it came to Black people. I talk about it when it comes to the world. But he was talking about the birth rate and how the birth rate is he was linking the birth rate to the marriage rate, right? Which is what you should do, right? And when I look at the birth rate, I look at, especially the Europeans, especially with Europeans, I look at the scramble that they're in to try to get their numbers back up. So when you look at the 2% drop that Europeans have, you look at all the things that factor into that. COVID, diseases, we're constantly at war, so on and so forth. And most of the time, the people who have war aren't Caucasian people. So if you're not replenishing those numbers, you're just, you're depleting those numbers. It's just, and then you have feminism that, got in there along with, the whole woke community. The woke, this is what I heard, that wokeism was supposed to be about minorities, supposed to be about African Americans, until the Caucasian woman jumped in there and, talked about, all this other nonsense. But nonetheless, so when you're looking at, the birth rate and everything that's involved in it, and then you add in feminism is attributing to the loss of the birth rate by telling lies to white women. It is beautiful when you think about how crazy it is. It's like you people are killing yourselves and you're crying about, listen, a lot of these guys that go off and do this stuff to people because they're angry that, Hispanics or the Black people or the Indians or somebody's taking over what was theirs. It's like, do you realize that you're losing because of your leaders are making you lose? It has nothing to do with the Indians coming into the country and doing whatever. The Asians doing the same thing. Black people, there's only 40 million of us in this country. Asians, 8 million or, a little bit more than that. Yeah, look, white people are the dominant race in this country, but you're losing on a global scale for one. But here in the United States, 5 years ago, there was 245 million of you. Now there's 236 million of you, and your birth rate is negative 2%. Has nothing to do with any other race. It's your leaders who are lying to you. Black people didn't create feminism. But feminism is telling women to go and freeze their eggs. They're telling women, listen, don't get married. Married is modern day slavery. A man, they're canceling Andrew Tate anybody else. Help my channel. I don't even get paid anymore. They don't pay me on YouTube anymore. I don't get paid for this no more. So they're telling all these channels, they're canceling all these people, they're demonetizing all these people's channel, and they're doing all of this, but they're the ones who are telling these women these lies. Don't get married, be a, blue-haired feminist, patriarchy, wage gap, freeze your eggs. Who are you freezing your eggs for? Just curious. You're freezing your eggs for what, in vitro? Who are you freezing your eggs for? Because black women are doing it too. But, Lolo Jones, she's 40 now. And Lolo Jones is a 40-year-old so-called virgin. I don't know if she is, but she said she is. So let's go with that. And Lolo Jones is like, I can't find someone to marry me and have kids. So now I'm freezing my eggs. It's like, ooh, let's back that up a little bit, Lolo. Lolo to the L to the L. Come on, Lolo. You was right there in the thick of it. With the hurdles, track and field, everybody was down with you because you were a virgin. You made a big thing out of it. I'm still a virgin. I'm young, I'm beautiful, and she's still good looking. She's still hot. But 30 came up. Lolo was still holding out, keeping a cookie. Nobody can have a cookie unless you marry me. Still nobody to marry. 40 is here, and now she's freezing her eggs. Now, let's get this straight. Freezing your eggs costing between $15,000 and $30,000. It is expensive. Nonetheless, with the numbers that we're just now finding out, if you're over 36 years old, heck, if you're in your 30s, period. But if you're in your high 30s, the chance of success is very, 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 very slim. The people who have the most success are 25 years old, and that's only 10% of the women who are doing it. This is across the board. This is any nationality. 10% of women are successful when it comes to freezing your eggs. But if you're over the age of 25, it gets less and less and less very quickly. Lolo Jones, do you really think you're going to be successful? I mean, you just got to ask women now, ladies who want to have children, and you want to freeze your eggs. You want to wait until marriage. Listen, I don't have no problem with you waiting until marriage. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not telling you to go be a baby mama. But what I'm saying is you've been lied to. And you're continuing to be lied to. And you're listening to people in one community, the black community, telling you to go out and be a thought. Go be a hoe. Beyonce, church girls acting thoughty and naughty. Megan Thee Stallion, every song she writes about is about her cooch. We don't care. Nicki Minaj showing her ass, come on, Nicki Minaj's ass wasn't always that big. All right, but show off the booty. Yeah. Megan Thee Stallion has a degree. She has the same degree that I do, health administration. She has a degree. While she's telling you guys to go out there and be reckless with your life, she has no children, and she has a degree, and she also has a boyfriend. Okay? So she's telling you to be reckless while she has a degree. Beyonce's been married. But Beyonce is busy telling you we're getting effed up tonight. But you guys are dancing this like a bunch of dumbasses. Beyonce is telling the church girl to be naughty and thoughty. You guys are... You have no positive female role models in the rap game. None. But nonetheless, and listen, this is how important this is. Rap is number one. When you look at what's on the top of the charts, the majority of the time, it's rap music. And it's one of those people. Look at Offset, his woman. The BP is not real. Just build your own community. All rappers are terrible. Terrible. And I'm just looking at it. Then when you're looking at this, look, black people aren't really complaining about the birth rate. Our problem is the marriage rate and a divorce rate. The black woman is leaving the black man in mass numbers. This is not you're not leaving them in small numbers. You're leaving them in mass numbers, and the percentage is going up every year. Black women are like, I'm finished. And listen, you're following these superstars, these basketball players, these football players, you watch these terrible housewife shows. I cannot understand why you would digest a housewife show when the majority of the women there they seem to be troubled, embattled, and divorced. Their men are that they have are not there for the longest. They're mostly gone. They turn out a lot of them are undercover, gay or whatever. It's just it's filth. It's 100% filth. But you women eat this stuff up as if they're model citizens. Listen, these people are not model citizens. You should not watch none of this stuff. You shouldn't digest it at all, because when you bring it into your house, you bring it into your spirit, you bring it into your child's spirit. Now your child's a thought, whether it's a male or female. Your child's a thought. You keep that spirit in your house, that's what your child becomes. So, I'm just asking you, ladies, like, with all the lies that you're being fed, listen, here's the thing. Some of you women are starting to get into what's called your soft female mode, where you're like, I need a man to take care of me, which is the wrong thing to say. We're not here to take care of you. We're here to take care of each other. You are a helpmate to a man. You help. You don't sit there and do nothing and we just cater to you. It's not the way it goes. This is one reason why there's so many more of you than there are of us. It's because so many of you just don't get it. We got to get rid of you. Like, get out the house. Like, my neighbor had a woman like that. He just got rid of her. And he went and got himself a better woman. This woman didn't want to work. She just sat up in his house and ate and drank beers and talked on the phone. That's what she did. And he just got tired of her. And he was just like, get out. He got another woman just like that, moved her right in. Just like that. This is why there's more women than there are men. Because, listen, some of y'all don't get the picture. You think for some stupid reason that we are supposed to, treat you like you're the goddess of, you're not goddess, nothing. You're a woman, I'm a man. I'm cool with that. But so many of you are up on this pedestal that is doing you no good. And you're running headlong into 30, headlong into 40. And you're doing like Lolo Jones. You got to freeze your eggs if you want to have children. Lolo Jones will not have children. She's not Sarah from the Bible or whoever. It's not going to happen. She's not going to have children. It's not going to happen. She'll have to adopt. That's what she should do. She wants that whole experience. Adopt a child. There are plenty of children in adoption, and it's a noble thing. It's not going to happen. And a lot of you women are going to be in those same shoes. You're going to be in those shoes. And listen, not wrong with adoption, but if you want the baby to come out of your stomach, and you want that baby, listen, most children that go out and commit violent crimes, they grew up in a single parent household. There are statistics that go along with growing up without a father. And those statistics, the majority of them are terrible. If you want your kid to have a disadvantage, while they're in school, they're going to be teased when they find out that your dad's not around. They're going to be like, where's your dad? Other kids are going to say, you don't know who your father is. Or your dad's not around, or your dad's a drug dealer, or your dad's a this, or that, or your dad could be a great guy, but he's just not there. Your dad's not there. Listen, it hurts the child from the very beginning And it doesn't stop. It does. When the father's not there, it just doesn't stop. So I'm just wondering, when it comes to freezing your eggs, ladies, what are you going to do? Because it's crunch time. And some of you women want to turn into your soft. You're trying to reverse what you've done. Some of you women are trying to reverse the pain that you inflicted on the black community. All the men who have died trying to get your head right. All the men who've gone to jail, you're trying to recover that. Nah, we're not having it. We're not having it, ladies. We know what the deal really is. You're not gonna start wearing dresses when you got tattoos all the way up your arm, all the way down your back, everywhere. We know what they represent. You're not fooling nobody. You tatted yourself up. You got tattoo tears here. Some of you dress like a complete man. We know what it is, lady. You're not gonna act feminine and think that we are gonna trust you now. We're gonna try to build a future with you. We know we're gonna get cheated on. We know we're gonna get backstabbed. We already know this. But it was just a question to you. I'm gonna come back with another topic here in a few minutes. Boy, talk to it to them out.